Good. All right, without further ado, let's get Ripster on. Hey, Rip.
Hello,
How are
Neil.
you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. We've had quite a day here. We started at 9 a.m. going through a lot of different aspects of trading and investing. We've talked about cryptocurrency futures. We've talked about various types of technical analysis, different systems, moving averages, levels. We started off the day with. And we just had Anne Marie Band on, who showed us her system of using the simple moving average, and really looking at individual candles. It was like a really in-depth levels lesson. So we've had a huge day of education, and I can tell you right now, Rip, that a lot of people have been looking forward to seeing what you have for us. But for the folks that don't know who you are, would you mind giving yourself a brief introduction?
Uh, I mean, the introduction you want me to tell me, like, uh, I'm
So,
Ripster, so so, uh, I'm a trader. I'm a professional trader. I do swing trading, momentum trading, day trading, and I love educating people. I have been educating people on Twitter for a few years now, and yeah, you can find me on Twitter right there. And I'm also a co-founder of Atlas Trading. So we have one of the biggest chat rooms out there. So when I started, I was mostly on the side of large caps. I still mostly on the large caps, but yeah, that's me.
there you go. Um, so I know that there were a couple things that you wanted to cover. Is there anything that's on your mind coming out of the market last week?
Yeah, I mean, not about the market. We can talk about the markets later. First thing I wanna touch base upon is I've been getting a lot of DMs. It seems like a lot of new traders, new followers that have been coming to trading world. The most amount of DMs I have. Hey brother, I lost this much money. Can you help me? I lost 50 grand in 1 year. Can you help me? I mean, everybody has that question. The problem Here's the problem with that. Everybody comes to the market thinking, oh, I want to make money, right? Nobody comes to the market thinking I will lose money. Have you ever heard anyone just who's coming to the markets and he says, oh, I'm going to market, I might lose money? Everybody have just seen people who have traded Tesla. They might have heard somebody in their family, hey, my uncle's son made this much in Tesla. Oh, my cousin was in Amazon and he is like a millionaire now. So it's just like that's how the perspective of most people who come into the trading world, and they don't really know the ground reality, and they start trading randomly, without a system, without a repeatable process. They might, following some people on Twitter, or just like following me or anyone, right? Just looking for blind ideas to make money, and they will make money, right? Like what happened in January, February. A lot of people made money on AMC, gaming, and there was a flood of people coming in. And finally, when the reality hits, you can make money once or twice, and then you just think it's a lottery, and you just have no plan, and you just and then reality hits, and then you start to lose in one trade. You lose all you made. Then you are confused what happened, right? Then you just focus on the money lost. You don't even worry about trading, investing. No, your focus is, oh, I came to the market, I was doing so good, I took my 10,000 account to 60,000 account, now I'm back to 5,000, I need my money back. And you just, you look for paid platforms, paid chat rooms. You look for anything that just give you an iota of, just a sense that you can make your money back. You are looking to make money back, but most of the times you are not looking to find the reason you lost, and you are not looking to find a long term success, right? For you, your brain is just focused on that 40, 50,000 account blown up, your savings blown up, and then sometimes you just average down or gamble. You just want that money back. That's the biggest problem right there. I don't know how many times I have told that in a trading investing world, if you are new, come with a mindset that you will lose money. This is trading. Investing is, maybe investing can be random. You put a money in Apple, Baba, and you go to sleep for a few years. That's different. But if you want to aggressive growth, you can't just throw your money around, just follow some alerts, paid groups, or just randomly trading. Hey, Lucid is the next Tesla, just throw the money in the Lucid, right? Of course, Lucid went. Let's say somebody went money on Lucid 30 to 50 without any plan. I bet you he will lose his money, what if he's new, in whatever next trade he does. So my point is, what I want to, if anybody on the boot camp is new today, my old followers know I keep repeating this again and again. You don't, if you lost money, forget about money. Think that you need to find a process, a repeatable process. You need to find a repeatable setup system that you can repeat over many years to come, right? You are just new, you are here for 1 month and you lost money and you're crying. There are people who have lost money for 3 years and they're still trying, right? And most of them have realized that it's not about money. It's about finding your process, your conviction, how you can, what to trade, how to trade, what are your setups. And some of them, after those few years of misery, they do find success, right? I found success, after years of misery, but I was always smiling in misery as well. So yes, forget about money. If you lost, I don't care, you lost 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, money is gone. If you want to stay in this field, if you want to stay here, move on. Start to figure out a way that you can make consistent winning trades, not just for tomorrow or day after, for years to come. You have a full life ahead of you. If you really want this, focus on the process, and slowly money will come back, because once you have consistent trading, make long-term goals, make a 1 year goal. Let's say you lost all your life savings, 100,000 today, in last 1 month. You think you can get that 100,000 back in 1 week, taking an option lotos on Amazon, Tesla? No, you won't. You will lose whatever you try to invest. Only way you are getting that money back is if you make a long-term goal. Make a goal for 1 year, few months, every day, daily goal, right? Start with the process. Okay, no more gambling, no more random trades. Today, these are my 4 setups. Okay, I'm going to start with very small amount. First, I will prove myself that I can win. Let's say I had 100,000 account, but now I have a 20,000 account, and I'm only going to play with 100 shares, one contract. Let's see what I do, right? And let's see how I do in my next 20 trades. Have I found a repeatable process? Am I trading earning breakouts? Am I shorting gap downs? What is my setup? Whatever is my setup, right? Day trade, swing trade. Am I do? Prove yourself that you can do that for a few months. After you have proven yourself, right, then you scale. And that's your goal. You don't want to make your 100,000 back in next 2 weeks. No, you will never do that. You will never get it. It's not about, it is not about that there's not a trade out there. There might be a trade out there that you can probably make a 200,000, but you forget the mental part of it, right? The mental part of it right now is you are just trying aggressively to make the money back. You are risking more than your reward, right? If you put 10,000, whatever is left, if you have 10,000 left, you're putting in an option Amazon lotto or Tesla lotto, right? Or let's say you think something's a cheap, a penny stock fell from $3 to 50 cents, you put your own all money there, then you're risking everything in low probability random setups. You will lose it. Make a goal, make a 3 month, 4 month, 1 year goal. You will probably make your 100,000 back in 1 year. Does not matter you lost it in a 1 month. It hurts. I know it hurts, right? I have lost my year salary in a day. I mean, again and again, same mistake again and again, right? But it's part of the game. But when you make your goals every day, okay, today my goal is $100. This weekly goal is $500. The monthly goal is $3,000. Then you look at it a long-term, zoomed-out view. You will find your goals. You will meet your goals. But when you have a tunnel vision that you just today you want to make all the money, just like tomorrow you're it's just like last day of life. It's not a last day of life. Markets are not going anywhere. So change that approach. If you are new, change that approach. If you haven't lost anything, if you are just joining the market, just understand trading is not random. It's not random. It's for 100 years the same. There are fundamentals and technicals, right? I'm a techno fundamental. For me, I see the chart first, but the same patterns, the same growth, same everything is same from 100 years. It's a repeatable, human psychology is same, repeatable pattern. So nothing is random. So stop believing that trading is random. If it's your first day, first admit to yourself you will lose, and you just keep your losses to minimum, and just try to find a repeatable process, right? And just risk management. And this is just I mean, I can keep going on about it, but I have had got so many DMs lately. Brother, save me, bhai, save me. The bhai is our Indian word for brother. So they like, I mean, so it breaks my heart, because everybody's trying to chase the money they lost. It's not coming back like that.
I've had the mindset that you're describing, and we see a lot of people in chat sharing that exact mindset. So the way, Rip, that you're talking through this is extremely helpful, and I think folks, you guys don't hear it enough. So make sure you're really paying attention to this type of thing. Right? Like a huge takeaway for me is you're not going to make it all back right away. It doesn't work like that.
Goals.
It takes, it goes slower than that. Set goals that are realistic. And I know that a lot of you folks that are active trading, you're probably thinking about real life things that have happened to you recently. We all have stories. So hopefully that helps you guys. This is helping me a lot. Growth stocks. Rip. So throughout 2020, growth stocks were just absolutely going. Absolutely going. What are you thinking about some of the names that we're looking at? You mentioned Amazon just a second ago. I follow you on Twitter. I know that you mention Amazon from time to time, less frequently recently. What are sort of your thoughts on growth stocks at the moment?
Yeah, for what I want to see is, for any growth stock, I want it to be, not even less. I mean, if let's not even talk about Amazon. Any growth stock which is growing, apps, EXPI, or any stock that's growing, EPS is growing 100% year over year. Sales revenues are growing. On a chart, I want to see, for last 3 quarters, I want to see an uptrend. I want to see an uptrend or a consolidation. What we have seen in 2021 is a lot of those mega flyers from last year or earlier this year. The chart has gone right from going straight up to straight down, 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 down. There's been no bounce, right? For me, I even though there's their growth, but when I see that the market is just selling it, there's no charts is a human psychology, right? If market is not interested, I don't want to buy a dip and just hold it until I see a reversal. So I think maybe next year we can catch up run on those growth stocks. But right now everything is slow. Last year we had a few repeatable setups. We were the growth stocks, like at the tweet on Twitter, they were trending for a few quarters. Every earning they are beating. EPS is 50% or more, sales and revenue, and they have a consolidation on the chart. And you just take those range boxes up and up and up. You ride them all up. Futu, Futu was an example. We started trading it from 30 to 50 bucks. We took it to $200. I mean, everything was running that time, but that's just an example. And we have very few examples of those kind of growth stories this year. Right. I mean, IPOs are going crazy, but there's more of a hype there, and there's no consolidation on all these IPOs, right? Which go, I think you and Snowflake, some of them have came back, but you want to see consolidation. So for me, Amazon, I think last week I alerted everybody, was telling me where you want Amazon, where you want Amazon. It's all about level, support, and resistance. Why 3600 was very important. 3600, so it broke out of 3600. We took the trade. We took it to 3760. Now I think the next breakout will be over 3780. But again, it's for me, it has to be a chart. A chart has to trend upward or has to consolidate at certain level. Anything that's down, like Roku. I mean, I don't care how much conviction I traded Roku so many times. We took it for so many times from from $100, 200. I mean, we had so many good trades. But when market doesn't love it, don't chase. It's bearish. I told Roku is a bearish at 300. We are short and it's bearish. Just look at the chart. Just don't think, okay, something is, oh, it's the best company in the world. Nobody cares if the chart is selling down for last 3 quarters. Nobody cares it's the best company in the world or whatever. I mean, Roku might do great in 1 year, but are you able to hold Roku for next 1 year while it falls from 234 to 200? If you are an investor, yes, you can buy a solid support level. But even then, nobody wants to be in a drawdown, right? Especially a trader. So just wait for that consolidation and just wait for strength in the chart. That's how I would trade these large caps, growth stocks. So yeah, Roku is going to shit right now.
So getting into trading tactics, a lot of folks here are familiar with your EMA cloud system.
Yeah.
And for those that are not, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind sharing your screen and telling us what it is and why you use it.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me try log it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
And while we're waiting, I just want to announce the winner of our giveaway. I will announce this later, but the winner of our giveaway, Curtis Kuspira. We have your email address. Congratulations. We're going to email you with information on your prize.
Sure. Okay.
And guys, while we're waiting, make sure that you hit the like button on this video. It really helps us out. So as many people as possible can see this and learn to trade better. There is a bunch of noise out there. We are trying to cut through that and make people more successful in the markets. We don't like hearing the sad stories. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. So make sure you're hitting that like, sharing. Really appreciate having you guys here. Wait, Tash, is that actually you? Tash, are you?
All right. What do we want to talk about?
Introduce the cloud system to us.
Yeah. Well, so I have talked about the cloud system many times, but I'm not in. First of all, I'm not an indicator guy. Let's. If you follow me, I don't care about RSIs. I don't care about any MACDs or nothing. Support resistance is the first thing. So if you have to follow something, the first you need to learn support and resistance. In any trading system, once you have learned support and resistance, then find your trend trading system. What is a trend trading system that you believe in? For me, it's EMAs. I use EMAs purely to understand the trend. How is the trend? Let me zoom out. So you can't, if you are going long or short any stock, right? Let's take example of LCID, what we were doing the other day. Any stock you're trying to go short or long, you need to understand the trend. First, you need to know your conviction. Okay, you think it's a good buy, right? Then you need to see what is the trend, right? If it's a bearish trend, well, you don't want to keep adding in a bearish trend. What would tell you? For me, the EMAs tell that, right? If I look at the daily chart, okay, the daily chart is trending up. It's my close or blank here. 1 second. Anyway, that's not working. But look at the 10-minute and 1 hour. What has LCID been doing? So since it's over 34 and 50 EMAs, so the base EMA is 34 and 50 EMA that I use as my trend. It tells me if it's under 34 and 50, it tells me it's a bearish trend. If it's over 34 and 50, it tells me it's a bullish trend. Then I decide how, what I need to do, how I need to trade it. And if it's under 34 and 50, then that's a short for me. So 1 hour gives you a high level view, and when you are swing trading or day trading, then you go to the my system is 10 minute. And here's the thing, you don't really have to use what I'm using. It's a baseline. All I'm saying is you have to find a system. I use the 10 minute. I have tested it with thousands of charts, hundred of back testing. I do live trades in front of everyone on Twitter, all timestamp trades, that it works. So my thing is to shorten the learning curve for newbies who trade randomly. Find a system, right? If okay, the EMAs work, because I believe in them. I have a conviction. I will add to a trade if I see the trend holding over those EMAs. If you don't even try something, it won't work for you. It works on 10 minute, it might work. Some other EMA might work on 5 minute or 3 minute. You just have to find your own system for anyways. So 34, 50, and then there's I use 5 and 12 EMAs. So what was LCID doing, right? So LCID has been on constant trend, huge volume. You need to see, also focus on the volume, right? On the daily volume. What do we see? The volume, since it started a big breakout, and the first of all, it's not how do I take trades. For me, patterns, breakouts are most important. So this was the level where we started trading LCID. I don't know, I might have to zoom out there. Right. So what do you see? It's a consolidation range for a long time, for many weeks, many months. If you understand this one basic concept, anybody who's on the boot camp, this is the one that I'm explaining right now, you can build your own trading system on based on it, and you can probably have set for your life, just understanding one simple concept, no indicators, nothing. So what was LCID doing, right? LCID was, and I also do Fibonacci. Lots of people ask how I use it. This is how I use it. I want to see the highest high or more recent high and lows, and that's how I use it. I don't make it complicated. And Fibonacci is not, it's not that complicated. Many gurus make it too complicated. It's just how much the stock has retraced from its highest point. Just you want to see how much it retraced. So that's how I use Fibonacci. So anyways, so what do you see right here on on this LCID chart? From February 21st, it broke that, and then it till it didn't break out in October. For 6 months, it was in that range, right? You can also create a smaller ranges, but bigger the range, bigger the breakout. If I put it on the weekly chart, then you'll see what I mean, right? So, so what do you see here? It's not that difficult to look. People just don't want to look. They just have cluttered their trading platforms with so many indicators, right? Which they think is just a magic formula to make money in the market, but it is not. The price is in front of you. Just follow that. So, and mind you, LCID is just one example. Anybody who takes pain to go on my Twitter page and search the tickers, I have hundreds of examples like this. AMD breakouts, Nvidia breakouts, even low float breakouts. Right? You just need to know the levels. So, anyways, when LCID broke this level, that's when the big trend. Also check out the volume. What was the volume here? There was nothing volume, no volume traded for 6-7 months. Nobody cares. But when LCID finally broke out of 28 level, and which we traded live, and alerted live, and I always said, don't anticipate. It could have easily rejected here again and came back to 18. Let it confirm. Let it confirm. And more times the resistance has been tested, bigger the breakout. So it's right, so many times you see right in there. And a lot of people might be surprised today. A lot of people who trade LCID, oh, it's next Tesla. They don't have any clue about what this chart means, right? They just know, oh, LCID is next Tesla. Then why was LCID not next Tesla in March? If you invested money in LCID in in March, you for 6 months your capital was stuck, right? Okay, if you're an investor, you mean it's next Tesla, that's fine. But as a trader, for those 6 months, that was your opportunity cost. So why to get stuck, right? Wait for the time when it's the right time. And you could have made much more money and hitting it right time. Either it's an option trade or if it's your swing trade. Any swing trader who has been holding LSID from $18 and who added at $28 and who is still holding is 150% up, right now, right? But even if you're a fundamental trader, these breakouts happen. That's an added skill you must have. Because it will make you more efficient and give you more conviction in your trades. Anyways, so once I knew this breakout was happening, right, we started our swing trade, and over the swing trade we do I do trading around the core, where we trade the breakouts, short-term trades, all that. So what happened next? So then we go to hourly charts. Now we know the daily is broken out. Then people ping me. The last time I was on a webinar, I think I was with you guys only. People pinged me, hey, where should I rebuy LSID? I told them as long as LSID is over $30, that means it's going to go higher because it's out of that range. And that's what happened. And even gave some 35 levels. You just have to look charts. So daily, you understood the dailies. Now you try to understand 1 hours. What does the 1 hour say, right? Somewhere here was the breakout. You see the 1 hour, same support level at 1 hour. That was not a coincidence. It was bouncing there. And guess what? What was right there, right under there? It was 3450 EMA. You might not even need an indicator like this, right? If you are so confident and you have so conviction, support and resistance, but still it helps to have a trend system, because you can scale out on extensions. Anything which is way extended from EMAs, you can sell, scale back in. So this is how the 1 hour was doing. And what was the 10 minute doing? So if you look here, this is called chop. What I call chop is, let me show you. Let me see if I can zoom in here. When the price moves around the EMAs, then it's just chopping around, right? There's a big sell-off on LSID, right here on 9th of November, 47 back to 42. Short-term traders shorted it. Why did they short it? Because it broke the 3450 10 EMA right here. See, anything that gets extended, if a stock has ran from 30 to $50, it's just not going to go straight up to $100, right? If it's a growth stock, it's a hype stock, it will still go, but there will be pullbacks in the trend. You need to understand that. If you're just holding a stock, a good trader might have traded LSID 10 times up and down, right? An active trader. Okay, investor is fine who is holding from 28 breakout, that's fine. But even if you were an investor, you would have taken profit $50. That's a big psychological level. Stock went 100%. There's no guarantees in the market. You can't just trade blindly. Oh, it's next Tesla. And this is just one example. I'm saying that's how a lot of people, new traders, trade. They don't want to understand a trend trading system or something like that. So anyways, so then what happened? LSID, all that, the 1 hour chart is still holding trend, bouncing, still in trend. Daily chart is holding supports, up, lower, higher lows, higher highs. And then what happened? One fine day, then LSID wants to break out of that zone again. And check it out. Big bounce, and 3450 MA, boom, $60. And then big extension. Yeah, it was a big move for 1 day. Of course, profit takers come back. It breaks the trend again. And check this out here. It rejects 3450 right here, right? And see, this is nothing like a holy grail. People say, if you have a holy grail indicator, you gave us this, blah blah. No, it's not like that. You can use anything. You can use a volume profile. You can use anything. just support resistance, everything has a confluence at the same point. EMAs just tells you what market is doing, where are the buyers and sellers have a confluence. That's how it is. This point might be something else on a 3 minute, some different EMA, right? A volume profile might tell you, right? And some people use some customized VWAPs. It might tell you that's a reject there. So my point is, I have a system that guides me. And support resistances first. A lot of people tell me, hey Rip, your system is good, but when I try to use it, I can't execute. You can't execute because you don't believe in it. And then they say, hey, it broke there, but it bounced right away. But I said, it's not absolute, right? You have to know where your support and resistance is. If I say here, else it bounced, why did it bounce here? It has been bouncing here in the pre-market same level, right? It's just not the EMAs. So open your eyes on those things, right? You have to. So don't be blind. Trade with a system, repeatable system, and then it'll sit again 10 minutes, and it's just, you can trade it every day right now. It's high volume liquid stock, but just an example. So hopefully that helps.
Questions. We've got quite a few things in here. People are liking that explanation. Would you mind taking a look at Apple? I think folks are,
Yeah.
always interested in Apple.
Yeah. Apple, I remember I was there a few months ago. We were talking about 150 level, and we had so many trades over 150 level. So Apple is breaking out right now, 157, maybe 155. Actually, 155 is the level that we traded a couple of days ago. As long as that level holds, it's going to continue. Maybe it pulls back to 155, holds and trends, right? So it's just getting out of this range. You just look at this chart, right? So what is it? It's a weekly chart. It's just getting out of this range, right? The previous range was here. And I remember I was telling people back when it was $100 that if you're a long-term investor, just invest, because at $100 it was a psychological level, and never broke 100. Always held the 100. Why? It's a psychological level. I always talk about the psychological levels: 100, 50, 1,000, 200, and all that, right? Because everybody would want to buy Apple at 100, or if it's $100, buy. AMD was doing the same thing. But anyways, from 100, so you see, so price always trades in a fixed range, in a fixed pivots. There is no randomness, right? I know a lot of fundamental traders who don't know what technicals is. For them, okay, there's nothing like that. But it is. There is nothing randomness about any trade. You don't want to zoom out. Average newbie trader, he would, only thing he would have seen about Apple is maybe daily chart, how Apple has been doing last 6 months. They don't even know that then if they zoom out to 1 year, how does it look? This is important part. That's why I like these tools like Trading View, Trend Spider. You can have a big, view, right? So, and I don't, if I view a chart, I just don't look at what's happening in 1 day. I don't just look there. Like my view is not like this. My view is this. Any trade I do weekly, what do you see? It's clear breakouts. No magic formula. Just clean your charts of all shitty indicators. Clean even EMA. Clean it. If I would, a new trader, clean everything. You don't need anything. Just see how the price moves. What do you see? Right? I mean, that's the see. So Apple has been breaking out. 150 was there was a breakout at 150 level that really didn't give good follow through. 155 worth the trade, broke right back under 150. We have been talking about this support level here. This one. Previous. Oh, and always remember golden formula. Every resistance becomes support. Support becomes resistance. That's the golden formula you need to remember. So what does Apple do? Right? So bounce is there, 140 level, then 151. And the other day why was I talking about 155 level that we traded? This is why I was talking about 150 level on 1 hour consolidation. And there was some news, and I didn't even see the news. I just said breakout happens 155, take long. We took long, and then news was there. You don't need to see the news. News will be reflected in the price. Because here's the thing, you think a news is bullish. Let's say you think a news is bullish and stock is tanking, and you say, oh, I thought the news is bullish but stock is tanking. You think news is bullish, market doesn't. So how would you know what market thinks? Just look at the charts. Don't worry about the news. So market thought the news is bullish. Yeah, Apple continued the breakout. I didn't even have to look at news. We had this level to trade off, right? Yeah, I mean, I would like to see some consolidation, but 161 big level. We traded over 150 level, 155. This Apple has been good for us. Again, the market has been good for these FANG stocks and the growth, mid cap, all those names, biotechs, not much, but all these mega caps, Facebooks and all that have been good. Similarly, sorry, I'm going to Facebook after Apple, but let's see what Facebook does. So Facebook is we did have a trade on 147 level. Yeah, so 347. It gets out of this level, get out of Fibonacci, back to highs 384. Yeah. And here's the thing, why I'm confident on a public forum saying this will happen, because my confidence comes from my conviction and of my system, and from testing, right? Every day I put myself out there, calling something, and not worried if it goes long or works or not, because I believe in the system. And people don't take trades, right, because they don't believe in their own system. They would take a trade if somebody said, oh, take this trade, because they think that trader is better than me. Nobody is better than you. If you believe in yourself, you are probably the best trader in the world. But anyways, so my point is, that's why I'm saying if it were. Now, if it doesn't, statistics says that if these kind of range breakouts happen, the stock makes the move, it trends in towards the same side. So that's the story about Apple and Facebook. Yeah. Go ahead, Neil.
All right. So do you want to just take a couple more tickers and take a look at them? I think this is actually super helpful here in how you think about it, and also taking us back through your history of trades. Would you mind looking at?
No, I'm just trying to find a micro cap. Because my big problem with the low float trading is people don't really look at. I've been talking a lot about these bag holder charts. Let's just talk about wish or lots. Let's talk about lots or something like that. Yeah. I don't want to be in this trade. I don't want to be long here. Why? Because it's a bag holder chart, right? I will long. Maybe see. Okay, I remember we used to talk about lots when we were here in February. Yeah, I was bullish on clothes because I believed in what they're doing, their hype. But your conviction has to have certain level of risk or tech, right? Technical level. So I still remember those who listened to me. They stopped out on 10 because 10 was a big psychological level, right? And that's it. We were not there. I don't care, because I don't want to be here buying here. I don't want to be buying here and then somebody selling. Why do you think the stock bounces here and sells here? Do you guys think? You just think, okay, it's a great stock, Globe or whatever. Because all these people right here, they are in loss. They want to get out of stop break even. So this was the people who bought here. That's their break even. So somebody who's buying here is selling to somebody who bought here. Same thing. These people are, they are losing, and then losing. Who is making money? Is anybody profitable on this chart? No. So think like that. So when see, the story can change. Somebody was telling me, okay, the stock is a great stock. It has a great fundamental story. It's a gem. Okay, I agree, right? But when it reverses, I will be the first one trading it. I don't want to hold it from here to maybe $2 wherever it goes. But when it reverses, let's see what do I want to see here. Let's see. Okay. First of all, I want to, a lot of people, the bag hold, or they come, they even I will not even buy it here, right? I know lots can do a lot, but if market doesn't agree, why would you? Market doesn't agree with your sentiment. So anyways, I would like to see this get over 5 first. 650 later. Why? Because more volume it churns in this area means a lot of the prior sellers are getting out. They are quitting on the stock. New buyers are coming in. So you want to see a lot of volume churn here for weeks, months, and all that. And when the reversal story starts, it means the prior bag holders are out mostly, and the new buyers are in, fresh money is coming in, fundamental story is finally going to change, and taking its course back. And then you want to see this, then why this? Because I'm churning out all the prior bad money. Then slowly it will do this, then maybe this, then this, then this. That's how a reversal story starts. It doesn't happen overnight. So somebody was telling me, okay, Clove is a good company. Okay, I'll be buying. Maybe I don't even think I'll be buying here. I want to see more consider. Maybe I'll be buying here. I don't care. I don't get the bottom, right? But when the reversal story starts, it probably goes 7 to 20. And mind it, I'm not saying Lots is going to do it. I'm just giving you example of a person's mentality, how the trader, investor, whatever, they hear and they come in and try to buy bearish stocks. But the change doesn't happen overnight, right? But rather than wasting your time on such stocks, go to something different, right? Let's say, this was my IRA pick last year. Go to something different that is going like this. Buy it on this. Damn it. Oh shit. Anyways, buy it like that. Something like that. TTD, right? When TTD was ramping up, that was the ramp up phase. This is the consolidation phase. Buy here. Or if you see a trend on a small time frame, when TTD started to trend, then buy on the trend. Something like that. You want to see a chart which does something like that, right? I would buy Lending Club because long-term trend is up, right? So something like that, and you just have to see. You don't want to compete with bag holders. You don't want to compete with the people who are losing money. Shop. You want to be in a stock like this, breaking out 60-50 holes, keeps going. Of course, you have to see the market sentiments. SPY, what is SPY doing? SPY is an uptrend. We had so many trades on SPY and all that. Even though I think a little bit more consolidation will be better. QQQ, uptrend. I show, if you follow me on Twitter, I show these trades all the time, works or not works. Everything will fail. Nothing is absolute. But when you have a probability or system, you keep playing it. You don't give up on your probability. If I know uptrend stock and pullbacks or breakouts work, I keep playing them. I don't give up on them. There'll be failure, one or two failure trades. You just have to stick with your strength. So very important. Other thing is focus on the VIX. VIX is very important, right? Every time it goes to 20 mark, it pulls back. If VIX one day makes this big breakout, yeah, SPY will pull back, boom, and this Facebooks, all those will pull back. So this is it's at a high level. So any question on the large caps? Then I'll talk more about low floats.
Well, there's a little bit of a delay. Well, we got PayPal. Not a specific question. I think Alexa was just talking to you.
What happened?
I think Alexa was just talking to you.
Yeah. She wants to talk.
So someone really wants to see PayPal on your chart. And then after that, I think it would be cool to go to the smaller ones.
Yeah. See what happened with PayPal. Problem with the PayPal is it could not hold the gap. If it did this, here, then here, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. It didn't do that. That was the level, and 200 is a psychological level. That one broken too. Not touching it long until back over 200 or this one. So you just have to trade randomly. Again, I keep saying, what was my system to trade PayPal here? I would have traded off 200 or off a gap trade. That's how I would have taken PayPal trade. Yeah, so you can just, if I zoom out, where's the support? Yeah, you can see my historical trades. This was a breakout I alerted on PayPal. Rest is history. So I keep track of everything, right? It just, that reminds you that things work. There was consolidation breakout we did here. But anyways, so yeah, 176 next support. Or other thing, important thing to remember about support and resistance, if support breaks, you get out, and if it reclaims support, you can get back in. Reclaim, I mean, it tries to come back. It tries to gravitate towards that key level. Hold that level means it wants to bounce over that level. Even though PayPal is, I'm not saying PayPal will do it. I'm just saying even though PayPal has broken that level, but if it comes back and holds this 200, means it's going to base here, and then you can put your stop somewhere here under 194.95 and wait for reversal. If and of course I would take a trade over 214 again, because I know I can get it to 225. That's a gap trade. So something like that. But right now, bearish trend, you could have probably shorted it under 200 if you want to, and now just wait for support. So that's it. I was on the pro. Let's see. People don't draw you need to draw your levels, man. So I'm just going to talk about a few micro caps.
Yep, let's do that for let's do about 6 minutes of that, and then we'll have to go on to the next speaker.
Sure. See, I wouldn't buy prog when it was here. Why would I buy? So many people up there want to sell on pops, bagholder paradise, right? But when it starts to get out of the range, the consolidation, right, then you see the strength is coming. So I know we had a prog trade a few weeks back. I think we were trading this range breakout, and you can clearly see what it is doing. If you are new, if you are new and you are just on Twitter and you just want to trade small low float trades, anybody, even let's say somebody alerts it or somebody puts it, zoom out, look at the chart. If chart is doing this, don't trade it, no matter, it's not going to moon, stay away. Then you complain, pump and dump. Just understand what how the chart is. You are accountable, so look at that, right? So look at the chart, see what it's doing, then trade it. See the probability, right? Probability of the strength, right? So this was decent trade once it starts to build a breakout. Understand patterns, right? The patterns are very important. I share time to time a downtrend break, reversal patterns, wedges, triangles. They work. They are not just random myths. They do work. So just focus on them. So, anyways, talking about prog. So when prog started the uptrend, we were trading these, range breakouts and all that, but it's very volatile. So what happened few days ago? So I wanted to see the five breakout, this breakout right here, five. Why five? People don't go back and look. This is why. I was late that day, but and what happened was a massive pullback intraday from that 5 level right here. 5 right here. 5 November 2020, December 2020, 5 January bouncing from 5, March reject from 5, April reject from 5. Okay, November reject from 5. Not random. So what I mean, when it breaks 5, I expected it to go. We had some calls and it held this 34.50. Then this is where EMS come back. You see the trend holding intraday. People bought it here, and of course the breakout came. I mean, it came after hours. It went to 635, but it did hold. And it's kind of a cult stock too right now, so it trades very aggressively. But anyways, whoever was trading this breakout, the 5 didn't hold, and that was your warning. 5 didn't hold. Yet again, 5 didn't hold. Now what? Back testing 5. I don't really care, what people say as a shitty stock, good stock, bad stock. I just see the process. Just see. So last time it tried breaking out back from 630, right? Why is it might, if it does not hold 5, it can come back wherever. I don't know the fundamental story. I know people are hyped about it, but then it can come back. But if it holds 5, then start drawing your next levels. This 6 was not a random level from February 2021. There it was a level. Second day sell-off, October 20. It was a chop level in January. This was a January range. So these are the levels for prog. If you're trading prog, any low float you trade, please zoom out, trade like this, understand, then we will know. Any ideas I share, I make sure my chart is bullish. I don't, especially low floats. I would never give an idea which is bearish bag holder paradise. I will never do that, right? So I mean, so we've been trading this, my high conviction play, BCTX. What do you see, right? It was an uplist. It doesn't have a history. So its history basically starts from here, somewhere here. So what this means is nobody is in loss. This stock, everybody is in money. Everybody's in profitable. Nobody has a reason to sell. Now it's breaking out of a range box, right? Why? Because there's consolidation, uptrend, pullback, consolidation, uptrend, flag. Of course it can consolidate, where it wants. It can pull back, 940, but now it's breaking out of 1050 level after a long time. I mean, it's also a catalyst, run up catalyst. When you say, you have to sometimes understand some of the catalysts are very important, because then you can link it with your uptrends and charts and all that, right? It's a biotech growth story. If they I think this company has the best chance to, for the data is early, but if they be the good data is the best chance to beat cancer. But anyways, my point is uptrend. Stick with the stocks that stays in uptrend. See on any chart you see, check out if anybody has reason to sell if this pops, right, or reason to buy, right? So on an uptrending chart, everybody has reason to buy, because or hold, because they are not losing money. It's a profitable trade. They want to hold it till it trends or whatever. If there's a fundamental story, they want to wait for the catalyst, fundamental, whatever. So just another example, right? So I'm expecting to hold 1250. I think there's a 15 historical level, but again, they didn't have much history there. But yeah. So what else? I mean, there are hundred of trades. This was a trade I alerted back in December. Why did I alert? It broke this range, right? When I alert a low float, I want to see this. I don't want to get a low float, which is just, why? Because it was getting out of, right, almost 2 year range. I alerted here, $2, strength 266, say 4, almost went 300%, whatever, right? Came back, we are out by then. We had, this was a good trade, 300% gains. That's it, right? I don't want it right now. Why? Because everybody's bagged from here, who keeps buying back. I will buy when the time is right. Even if there's a fundamental story, it will show in the chart. Don't get blinded by fundamental stories. When the chart matches the fundamentals, that's when you want to be in. If the chart is saying one thing and the fundamental saying other thing, just be a little cautious, right? So let's look at some apps was our trade. We were been trading from $30, $32, went to 100, has been in range since. We've been trading the support levels. So nothing random, nothing random, just everything by a system. Yeah, Futu is bearish, don't want to be here right now. Sometimes I'm a dip buyer if it's a lot of significant support and a lot of extension. Further the stock from EMAs, further the extensions, more likelihood it will reverse bounce. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Neil.
Can you just before we take off, Rip, can you show us some of what you're looking at for next week?
What I'm looking for next week, I haven't really, frankly, these days I've been lazy. Earlier I used to spend my weekends like getting ready for next week and all that. These days is just, time is too tied up with family and weekends. Anyways, I think Google is a good one for next week. If it can do this 30-20 range breakout. So 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 weeks, same range. Let's see what it does. Shop. Shop is good if market trends. Some of these stocks you just need to keep focus on the market, because market right now is I don't like to call tops. I don't call bottoms. I don't call tops. Like a lot of people say, oh, it's too high. Nothing is too high. Nothing is too low. Remember that. But I always monitor the trend. If the SPY or NASDAQ, those trends are weak, then breakouts will fail, right? If let's say I want to trade this Shaw breakout, or I want to trade this Google breakout that I'm looking for next week. If market is super strong, yes, Google will probably rip to 30. Let's see, previous range, weekly range is also. People ask me, how do you find your PTs, targets, and all that? So any breakout, look at a previous range. What was the range the stock was trading? And then you can, from that range, you can find the next range. So on the Google, let's see. Oh man. I'm trying to find my range. Oh, here you go. Range, price range. Okay. So price range prior week was 124. If you go to the monthly range, the monthly range is pretty big. Uh, this one, almost 200 point monthly range. Anyway, so my point is this: you have to see the prior range. How much it was range from previous breakout. This was my last breakout alert. I mean, I had many alerts, but this one was. You see how it worked like a charm, right? So that's if it breaks out maybe 3150 or something on a daily, weekly. If it holds goes to 3200. But again, if market is weak, because again market has been it's trending, extended upside, so it there's always a chance of trend breaking, right? So the breakouts won't sometimes can fail, so just keep an eye. Why were we having so many good breakouts when SPY started from the COVID lows? Because market was already was uptrending and it was not extended. Any breakout on a good day was giving us good range. Now the market has such an uptrend, and then there's always a risk of, I'm not saying it's a top, I'm just saying there's always a risk of market a choppy day, and and pulling back and breakouts fail. But I'm watching Google for that day. Other thing I often say is always deploy your cash on a trend day. The way market works is, like the other day I was talking to one of my cousins, right? He was in a Tesla or Amazon a day before, when Amazon was chopping around and his options were expiring, and he just closed the trade, and the next day Amazon ripped, right? And then he was not there. So I was telling him, you want to be in a trade on a trend day, don't want to be in a trade on a chop day. When the market is not trending, like market is going sideways, then most of these large caps will be sideways. The breakouts will not happen. You don't want to be there. You want to be in a trend day, right? What Amazon did the other day when market was ripping and trending. So you want to be here on this day. That's when you deploy cash, like trend day. You don't want to be in Amazon when it's just up and down the EMAs. So focus is, market always has this phases: chop, trend. Trend can be downward as well if you're a put player, short player, or any trend. So if to the upside, you have to trade the uptrend. So wait for those days. But yeah, Neil, I don't have any my ticker that I'm really watching, So, but Google I think is good. Facebook I think it's can diverse, right? Then I don't know. I have few of my micro cap swings I'm watching. BCTX I'm watching for follow through into the catalysts. This is another stock, AESC. I want to see the range breakout here. That's the problem right now, not breaking. I want to see this range breakout. That's where I build my more confidence. So probably some catalyst. So it's all about range breakouts and getting some strength.
All right, so let's bring it to a close with that, Rip. Thank you very much for spending time with us and rushing home so you can make it on. I think everyone here is going to be watching Google next week and trying to make their charts look like yours. So really appreciate the thorough look at things, and really the way that you talk about the thought process and things that you should be thinking about and shouldn't be thinking about is extremely helpful. So Rip, thanks for being here with us. Zinger Nation I think has gotten a lot out of this. If there's one thing in one sentence, Rip, that you would like folks to be thinking about differently starting today, how would you state that?
Yeah, start. I mean, I always say the conviction and the success in market is in you. It's in nobody. So one thing, if you really want to change course of your trading career, just start believing in yourself. Don't believe that somebody who has hundreds of millions of dollars is better trader than you, or somebody who has hundreds and thousands of followers is better than you. I never believed that. Even when I was, like I was blowing up my accounts, I was at 5,000 or whenever Twitter I had no following or anything, right? I never thought I'm less than anybody. And 2 days a day, some people are still there, and I'm still here because of my belief in myself and my confidence in myself. I got my own system. I built my own system. I built my own setups. I believed in them. I put myself on the line on Twitter or wherever every day, showing you only because I believed, right, that success I can have on my own. You have to be accountable. The day you start doing that, you will see the success. uh, you can't just come to the market and you just think, oh, I need some secret sauce or something to succeed. Somebody can help me with like a paid service or some holy grail or something. Nothing. Even if I give you a trading system, you won't succeed if you don't believe in yourself, or if you don't make it your own. Make it your own. Make anything you learn, you go out from anybody, social media, these big investment firms or whatever. Just 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 soak the knowledge from everyone, make it your own, and then just move forward. The holy grail is you. It's only you. That's the one line I would like to
There.
say. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that was more than one sentence, but I
Yeah,
think
you
the
know
holy
you
grail is you is beautiful.
Yeah. So you know me, Neil. I can keep speaking to you only, right? I like to speak. I just, even if I can change life of one person, although I believe I have changed a lot of lives, I think it's worth it, right? It's, the success is all in you. Keep going.
There you have it, guys. Remember
Thank you.
that going in. Rip, thanks so much for being with us. Hopefully